Hi, I'm Alex Archman. I've been buying and selling antiques since I was a kid. Over the years, generations of our family have gotten involved in the business, and I'll search just about anywhere I can to find hidden treasures both big and small. I never know what I'll turn up next. It's about exploring new places, seeing new sights, and having fun. And even though sometimes I get over my head, we try and make things a little better along the way. This is Curiosity. Hi guys, and welcome to what is the third episode now in emptying out this beautiful home, really. We ended up buying the contents of this house a little while ago, and I've been working my way through it. The last couple episodes you saw us do a little walkthrough, and Josh came by and found some stuff he could recycle, and we made a trip to the dump and took some stuff to charity. Now we're back again today, Abigail, Melissa, and myself, and we don't have the trailer with us. The mission today is to try and do another trip to charity. And to do that, to accommodate that, we have the truck. Do you remember how to undo it? No, I don't know. Okay, there's a little hand thing in there. I'll grab it. It just pulls down. We're gonna get the tonneau cover up. And at the very back of the truck, there's bins. The sorting that I'm gonna do today is mostly to get stuff to charity, as I said, but also to try and start sorting things into bins that are eventually going to go to auction. So let's do a little more discovery. Let's get some stuff off to some folks that might be able to use it at the charities and make this place a tiny bit emptier. Let's go. Last time I thought I did such a good job getting boxes emptied out that we could reuse, but the reality is we used them all. All the boxes got used. So I'm going to come out to the garage here and see if I can consolidate some of this stuff. Some of these things can probably go to charity as well. Those are pretty, somebody might want those actually. I mean, that's why you give stuff to charity too, but I mean, these handcrafted sort of dolls and things from the 70s, they've got a certain charm to them, don't they? Okay, we'll set those aside. But I can probably use this box for stuff. I can actually walk around the garage a lot better. And as I look around, a lot of the things that are sort of left in here are kind of sellable. This is all Christmas ornaments. That's all stuff that will run through the auction. We've got tins and cans, grow lights, lots of sellable things. So this is good that we're doing the charity stuff today and whittling it down even a little bit more. Because very soon we're going to be down to things that I need to actually start taking to the auction house. But enough yimmering and yammering. I'm going to get this box into the house, which is where I need to focus my efforts and start packing it up for stuff for charity. So far, still kind of focused on the main floor of the house. But this is the part that gets to be a little bit more fun, at least for me. And that's when we start seeing, well, the things that need to go and the things that can stay and be sold. I'll go through that in a bit. But for instance, antique school bell, we can sell. Ornate clock, although it's newer-ish, probably 80s-ish, you can probably sell that. Knife block. I don't think it's any particular brand name. That can go off to charity, still usable. So I'll put that in my charity box. And we're just gonna keep going around the house and basically doing this all day till we get stuff, till we get the back of that truck loaded up. Well, making some pretty decent progress. Our truckload of stuff to charity is actually almost full. And I've been going through some of these boxes to see what's in the garage. We got a nice vintage swag lamp. Those, especially the spaghetti kind of fiberglass style, do really well. That one should do okay too. A nice wooden duck decoy. I saw this the other day and it still had the weight on the bottom, so that's a nice antique one, hand carved. Baskets, I think those will do all right at an auction. And there's a globe here, and it's a slightly older one too. If you look at it, it's still the USSR, United Soviet Socialist Republic. So probably 1950s era on that nice wooden base. Some kind of table under there. Vases. What's this copper thing? Looks like a, yeah, it's an antique fire extinguisher, copper one. Probably a fair amount of copper there too. This is the top of a washing machine. That's the wringer. That would clamp onto basically one of those big metal barrel washing machines. You'd agitate it by hand and then hand wring it through there. Well over 100 years old. The rubber has definitely seen better days. But you could probably use that and make some kind of really weird pattern on paper or something. If you put ink on that roller and then ran paper through, imagine the pattern that would come out. Probably be pretty wild. Okay, back in the house I go. Close that up for now. I'm going to try and focus on separating the good from the bad. We are coming to finally a shortage of boxes. How's it going in here, guys?
Pretty good.
I'm just looking to see the wall of books is thinning out. Abigail is boxing them up so we can give most of them to charity. I said the things that we'll box up and auction off will be the gardening books and the cookbooks. There's no antique books here, so don't worry if you're saying, well, maybe you're throwing out good stuff. We're not throwing any of these books out. They're all going to be reused. And actually, you're going to have a whole pile of bookshelves at the end of it, too. Which these are wood or MDF. The ones in the garage are metal. Yeah, I think I looked at this decoy earlier. There's like wooden decoys, lamp and stuff there. Actually, this lamp can probably go to charity. I think that's just like a fairly modern thing. It's not that old. So that can go. How's the kitchen going?
Well, I have some questions because I don't know what I'm looking at. But
Okay.
It did look interesting. This one is by Sunburst Canada.
Okay.
But it has like almost like making it look like a basket.
Yeah, it looks like a woven sort of style.
So I think these are kind of cool. And then there was the different styles, and that's also by Sunburst.
Sunburst, okay.
Then I found some pieces that were made in Italy. They're just,
Those are neat.
yeah, I'm just kind of keeping aside kind of
The cool stuff.
yeah, I think this one was also,
Let's
I
see.
don't know what that says.
Elizabeth Limited? David Elizabeth? I don't know.
This one is
TG.
green Clang?
It's neat though. What would that be used for? Like bread or something? Or could you
I
bake
don't
it?
know. I actually don't
Just a
know.
little casserole
Even a little
dish.
decorative top.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the kitchen. But
We're getting there though.
yeah, I know. I keep saying that till I give myself motivation. Well, we're making progress, or we're getting there. Is this all stuff that's going to go to charity?
Yeah.
That's your charity box? Okay.
Because there's cups and stuff, they're fine. And they
Yeah,
have
people can use them. Oh, especially if they have the lids.
Yeah.
Those would be handy for people. Okay, I'm going to keep loading up my bin full of stuff that I think I can do something with. Is this Pyrex, by the way?
I don't know. I didn't see. Do you want me to look?
I'm looking. Nah!
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's Pyrex. So that's a
I think my
Pyrex
mom has
percolator set.
something like that.
Okay,
And this is also Pyrex.
that'll go into the good bin. You see, when we do these house clear outs, there's probably only about 10% of the stuff in the house that ends up being something that we can resell to recoup our money on. What? That's,
Pyrex.
oh, it's Pyrex.
Yeah. But I've never
Okay.
seen one of these before.
Huh. Well, that's neat.
Yeah.
So there, if we have things that we want to hang on to, just find a plastic bin, and we'll put it inside. That's so I can differentiate between the stuff that's going and staying. I'll start putting these bowls in that bin because those are pretty neat, I think.
What about this one? What?
Well, I think these lamps are all good. The oil lamps. So we'll put those in the bin for later. And of course, the best one being the Aladdin lamp back there, which are always nice to find and even harder to find with the glass shade. I'll maybe find something to wrap around in here so they don't bang into each other and get broken. But a few nice oil lamps. I sure had them all together. It's like their whole collection was in one space. Mind you, there are some others around the house too, so. Probably never had to worry about a power outage with all the candles I've been finding and oil lamps everywhere. This trunk is cool. Wonder if there's anything inside of it. And a little, it's got fingernail clippers and stuff in it, but the container itself is neat. Royal Winton, made in England. It's got this cool hunting scene on it. That's old. Figured we'd look in the trunk and see if there's anything in it. Are we keeping the vase? No, I don't think so.
I'll just put it with the door.
Yeah, we can send it right back where it came from. Looked like it had a Goodwill tag on it. That, is it heavy? Is it metal?
No, it's like
Plaster? Okay, yeah, that can... Yeah, it came out of Winners. The candelabra we can save, though. And the vase next to it, I can tell from here it's a little bit better. But ornaments like this, although kind of neat, the price on it was $14 at Winners. We can go back to Winners. The little fish thing, we'll hang on to that.
Yeah, he's cool. Look at him.
Yeah. Oh.
He's supposed to hook on a wall. Or can.
Oh, for flowers. Or whatever.
Whatever you want to put in there.
Dried flowers or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just plastic.
We might find the lamp to go with it. Oh, shouldn't have been surprised it's full of Christmas stuff. All these unopened bows. Bows, wrapping paper. Oh. Some sort of silver plated. That is actually antique. That looks like it would hold something. Probably these little cups, maybe. Nope. I don't know what that was for.
More pieces.
Yeah, the bottom of the... There's the other cups. I don't know if that is part of the set. I don't think so, but even though it looks like the same color, there's a lot of wrapping paper. I guess we could try and sell the wrapping paper and stuff. It's all brand new.
Yeah, somebody could use it, I think.
Trunk's cool. Yeah, this stuff is going back a few years too. It's like 1970s looking bows.
Even the paper looked older.
Yeah, everything's a little older in there. Okay, well now we know what's in there. There was a bunch of these. These are like the type of candle holders you saw in, you know, the Christmas movies, like when you will be visited by 3 ghosts. Christmas Carol kind of. Yeah, walk around the house. It's even got the little snuffer on there. Whole pile of those. You can definitely tell that this family loved Christmas. I mean, it's not Christmas time, but there's wreaths on the door, Christmas stuff all over the place. The truck is getting pretty full, so we're gonna have to make some decisions in terms of what's next. I think some of these pictures on the wall, which I can't sell, I think we'll start to get those taken down and put them in the back of the truck. I am kind of excited though to eventually get to this. It's a brand new wood stove, and we do get to take it with us, which is cool. But those are not cheap to buy new. We had to buy a wood stove for our last store. Well, it was propane, but it was like several $1,000s. And I think the wood burning ones aren't much cheaper. So that's gonna be a good chunk of money back from our investment in this property. You got that one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start grabbing these ones off the wall.
What about these?
You know, I didn't even notice this was a little tea trolley thing. Melissa, did you?
No.
So Melissa, back in the old days, they didn't really have coffee tables. They had tea trolleys like this. And you'd wheel out your teapot and cups and you'd have your cucumber sandwiches and whatever. I don't think this one hasn't been wheeled out in a while, but they're ready to serve some cheese. Very proper English kind of thing to do. But neat, it's got the wheels on it and everything. And I was noticing that shelf is kind of cool too. I was gonna start taking stuff off and putting in the bin. Some of these things here, like the antique coffee grinders, these are all geek. Move that one, and the cheese board was that's a pretty good cheese board actually. You gonna grab it?
Yeah. Then we can get that other thing out.
Okay, so cheese board. We may as well hang on to that for now. That's a nice one. And then all these coffee mills. I think most of the stuff up here we can probably sell. So we'll load all this up. That's a fancy one. Look how many different drawers it has. Big grinder on it. This has sort of the ceramic top on it. Coffee mills always do pretty good. I think these guys are usually about $60 to $80 at auction. That one might be closer to 100 Canadian, of course. So that'll definitely all start to add up. I don't know what the big pepper mill will go for. You want some fresh pepper? I don't know. That's a big one. That's a massive pepper mill. And just a random ceramic boot full of dead flowers. Okay, let's load this stuff up. Santa Claus is a candle?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, he's not wax. You put a candle in it.
I mean, look.
Oh, like a tea light candle in there.
Yeah. And then look, there's like little cutouts, so those will all light up.
Well, that's cute.
Yeah.
I was looking at these I thought, well, they look like they're crystal, but in fact, that is crystal. Hard to say with that one. It's got stuff resting on it, but you get that nice ring out of a real crystal vase. So some of these are crystal. So we'll try and save those. The Boston figural heads, I can probably sell those guys. Clearing off the top of this little tea trolley cart. Oh, I have to check these and make sure if they're silver or not. You know where to look for the silver marks, right? Well, we'll double check those. What else is in here? Measuring the good Christmas napkins and stuff. But these ceramic roosters are actually kind of cute, although they're not terribly old. Those would still sell. They're decorative stuff like that always does pretty well. I mean, they bought it. Somebody else would buy it. But if I go by that concept of, well, they bought it so somebody else might want it, you might never get rid of things. Oh, carriage house style clock. Battery operated.
There's some old napkins in here, like material-wise.
Oh, neat. Well, they probably made their own too, because there were so many patterns and things in the back. Cute little antique china. It's been sitting there a while. It's covered in dust. What's in the drawer or the cupboard door? There is. Oh, that's neat. It's like a little warming thing. You could put like coffee or something in it. It's got a candle goes down below. Napkin. See that?
Yeah, that's cool. Do you want me to pull it out?
Well, yeah, maybe I'll hand it to you. Watch, the candle's about to come off.
Oh, I see.
It's neat. Silver plated at least anyway.
Yeah, it's...
It didn't even really look too much at this because I figured I knew what it was. It looks like an old 60s or 70s, like late 60s, early to mid 70s console stereo cabinet. So just think you can use your phones now to listen to all your music, but back in the day, you might have needed something like this. Actually, if you had kind of a fancier house, you'd have, well, I don't know, this is sort of a standard unit. But you got the bass, the treble, the tuning on there for the radio, your turntable. And you could stack up a whole bunch of records and just play them one after the other on this thing. You can just imagine the cool jazz playing. Let's see, what type of music? Zamfir, no surprise there. I imagine there's going to be a lot of Christmas albums, judging by the amount of Christmas decorations. This was probably, yep, favorite Christmas carols. What I hope to find, and might not find, would be, somebody's stash of old Jimi Hendrix albums or, psychedelic rock from the 60s. That's why that stuff is so rare, because hardly anybody had it. If you did, you didn't put it in with the family records, that's for sure. This would be more like where your, musical machine and Smurfs and random stuff that you'd put on to entertain kids would be. You kids are bored, why don't you go in the living room, go in the front room and listen to that Smurfs Christmas album over and over and over again while you drive the parents insane. Well, there's Gordon Lightfoot. That's a decent album. And it's still in the shrink wrap. Wonder if they listened to it. Yeah, it's been opened, but it's still in the shrink wrap. So I'll go through these a little bit later on, but I wanted to take a picture of this because they're A, kind of heavy, and B, not worth a pile of money. I might offer it up for free locally and see if I get any takers on it. So here goes nothing. Take some pictures and see if I can make it disappear. Haven't been upstairs in a while. Abigail's been up here trying to find garbage to throw out. Yeah, I forgot how much stuff was actually up here. We're going to need to pick up some boxes. We've spent all of our boxes that were on site, so can't do too much else without boxes. So let's go do a trip to Charity. We'll drop off that load, and then we'll grab some boxes.
That's a good idea.
Okay, then I'll come back at very least and work on the rest of this stuff. Some of these teddy bears can be good if they've got jointed arms. I think they're making, that one looks like it's real fur. Oh, look. There's a
Treasure chest.
An actual treasure chest. What's in it? Do you want to grab it down?
Yeah.
Looks like there's beaded necklaces in there.
Well, that would be appropriate for a treasure chest.
Now, aside from 2 rings they asked us to look for, I guess anything we do find, we did buy with the house. So, oh, there's a little camera.
Yeah, a little Kodak.
Yeah, costume jewelry kind of stuff. Older beaded necklaces and things. Little brownie cake. It's kind of cute.
I'll make sure that the ring's not in here.
Yeah, they misplaced 2 of their favorite rings, and they said, well, if you find them, please let us know.
I'd be pretty happy if we found the rings.
That would be nice if we found the rings, absolutely. I've stopped at the local Home Depot to pick up some boxes. Now, you might think, why are you buying boxes just to put stuff in there for charity and give it away? Well, I got to move it somehow, and charity isn't going to sit there and pull everything out of a box to put on their shelf. So at $1.75 a box is just an extra donation to the charity. Hopefully they can reuse the boxes or do something with them. Liquor stores, well, we tried. They didn't want to give away their boxes because we weren't buying any liquor. So here we are, buying boxes. I've returned, well, I went home. You didn't even know probably that I left, but returned with truck and trailer in tow because there's a few things around here that I wanted to bring back sooner than later, where there's some significant value that'll help offset the cost of this place. First is the nearly new or brand new looking Husqvarna snowblower. That's a good piece. There's a nice lawnmower here. There's some carts and things in the back, and rototillers in the wasp den. Really hoping that they've settled down and they're not going to remember me or chase me. I guess I'll find out. But I'm going to start here in the garage. Reason being, want to get some of the stuff out of the way now so that there's room to work and I can prep and move stuff out here better. But also just nice to know that there is some of the value that you put into buying the property in the first place is coming home. So that's what I'm up to. Let's do it. See, Josh was using this as his coat rack the other day. Get that out of the way. There we go. Fancy one. It's auto driving. Probably, I wonder if it has electric start. Yeah, it's got the electric start button on it. Well, we have a snowblower at home, but the electric start stopped working, so it's pull start only. It's a bit of a hassle. And then the snowblower, or lawnmower. Lawnmower. Gotta get the heads off of here. Wonder if Abigail's had nightmares about this box of heads yet. If I'm parenting properly, she has. Well, that's a little bit better. I think Melissa said she wanted these grow light stands as well. We'll get those packed up and loaded up. I have to say, that's still a little bit eerie, peeking out of the box at me. Oh, I've got to go get the stuff out of the backyard too. Let's go see what the wasp and hornet situation is like. I'm going to have to open this up a tiny bit more. There was a nice looking rototiller back here, some other lawnmowers. I'll try and get that stuff loaded up. I think I remember from the other day that there was, okay, the wheelbarrows, but there's a nice little garden cart back there. And those are selling at Lee Valley right now for, I want to say like $600 Canadian. So guess what's coming with me? And it looks like it's full of tools. Jack stands and stuff. Good thing the wheels aren't flat. I gotta move some stuff out of the way to get this out of here. Well, as you can probably tell from my distance and the can that I left behind there, the hornet situation has not resolved itself. Got the door open on there and I can actually see the nest. Gave it a spray. So I'll have to come back a little later and check on that situation. But I do want to get the rototiller out of there. I also just don't want to get stung like crazy. It's a handoff. But I think I'm going to try surviving first. I can be patient, right? Be patient. Well, I don't want to be cheering too quickly, but I got the thing out of there and I didn't get stung. Knock on wood. I'm going to get this moved over before those things start to get real angry. How about that for an idea? Looks like a good rototiller though. The plan right now is to try and get rid of some of the bigger furniture. And so I've offered up this couch for free. somebody's supposed to be on their way to come get it, but it means I have to wiggle it around the only path available through the kitchen out this way. But I kind of have to wait because, as you can see, the stereo console, which I've also given away for free, somebody scooped up. Now, if you look online, you can find these for like $100 to $200, some value there. However, this property is out in the country and I don't really feel like hauling it back. And at an auction, I would probably only get $30, $40 for it, to be honest. So that's a lot of effort for 30 bucks. So that's why I decided to put it up for free. So for all of you that are saying you should have sold it, I'm just happy it's going to a good home and it's going to be reused. Off it goes. I don't know if you guys can see or not, but the young couple that came for the free stereo, they're 19 years old, just moved out. So we gave them a whole pile of stuff. So there they go, like the Clampetts moving out west with their truck full of stuff, and the friendly honk goodbye. Our stuff is getting loaded in the trailer right now, and we're gonna lock things up for the day. So end of the day recap. The couch is gone. The stereo console is gone, but we've gained some room. And with this room, I'm starting to stage some things that I think I can sell at auction, because I do have to recoup my money out of this place, plus my time is worth something. Nice grandfather clock yet to sell. And in a future episode, we have to go through the upstairs, which has not really even been touched yet. I'll continue on with emptying off these baker's racks, making another trip to charity, and slowly but surely, step by step, we'll get this place emptied out. As I am loading teddy bears into the donate bag, I kind of notice this one is wearing a pair of antique wire glasses, but these are actually gold. They're like 9-karat gold. So teddy bear can get donated, but certainly gonna hang on to the gold. Off you go to your new home.
Jason's helping right now take apart the king bed. It's super dusty underneath, like under a bed normally is. Thank you for helping, Jason.
No problem. It's not.
I'm not looking forward to moving this though. The king mattress isn't behind this. But trying to take this thing off is not the easiest. It's in a really awkward spot and it's not coming out very easily. And we have like tiny screwdrivers. I didn't even think to bring tools.
So thanks for watching today's episode, guys. Got a lot done, got a lot moved out, a ton of stuff off to charity, and I'm gonna be back at it again tomorrow. So stay tuned for the next episode as we continue to clear out this house and look for treasures that possibly we can sell. Today I was particularly happy to get the rototiller, which is a big red rototiller. It's like the best one that Toro made. There's just a ton of great lawn equipment that we'll be able to upgrade and use and resell. So that stuff's all away and safe, and now I got to get back to getting stuff off to charity and garbage, and then finally the last step will be auction and then cleaning. But that's still a little ways to go. There's still a lot of discoveries to make, so stay tuned for the next episode of this total house clear out. Bye for now, guys.